Okay, so this is a quick tutorial on how to easily access the deep editing menu on the Korg Volca FM. Obviously, one of the main criticisms of this synth is that you have to dive really deep in the menu to do that. And I say that's not really true unless you want to access all the parameters at once, which isn't realistic for an FM synth, especially one of this size. But to access the most important parameters are all really close together, and I'm going to show you how to do that. If I start a sequence, all you have to do is go to Edit, scroll right to the end, and now you have the fine control, coarse control, and the levels of all the operators right here. So even if you know nothing about FM synthesis, you can just start noodling with the pitch of the operators and modulators. Sorry, the operators, so carriers or modulators. Right, this is just noodling right around, just getting unique results without even putting any thought towards it. Then if you want to get, inharmonic results, you can go over to the frequency effects, which may not sound that good, so I'll turn them down. And then you can also just play with the operator levels as well to get pretty drastic results here, right? You can see at the top there. These ones, some of them sound nice, and then you can just kind of randomly tweak them until you find the ones that you like, right? And then, people might say, well, you're not accessing the envelopes. That's what these knobs are for. Obviously, these aren't as extensive as the envelopes in the deep editing menu, but you have quite a bit of envelope control just with the knobs as well. So now I'm going to show, go to another sequence and show this tutorial for if you have a little bit more experience with FM synthesis. All you have to do now is go to Edit. It saves where you're at in the menu, which is nice. So what you can do now, I'm going to go to an algorithm where I know that operator 1 is being modulated by operator 2. So now I can just easily go to the operator levels and really right away, look how easily I can just shut off all the operators besides 1 and 2. Then I can go to the pitch control. So operator 1 is at 1, which is the carrier. The modulator, now we can put below the level of the carrier, so now that can make for a nice bass sound, as we can see there. And then if I put it to a 1-to-1 ratio, something that resembles maybe a little bit more of a saw wave. If you do the 2-to-2 ratio, or sorry, 1-to-2 ratio, this is just resembles really much like a square wave. And again, you can just keep putting it up. So now you have a 1-to-3 ratio, maybe something more like a pulse, and then as you get higher, right, you can put the ratios much higher. You can get something much more like a chime, and then you can make it a little bit, you can fine tune it here. And then of course, if you want to add some inharmonics, you can just easily go to the frequency, fine control, to your liking. And then yeah, you have access to the envelopes here. So while this is playing like a chime patch, now you can maybe make it into something more of like a flute by increasing the attack, and things like that. So